Hey everyone, it's your girl TeraMichelle. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel, Opinionated Scents, our safe space to discuss all things fragrance, whether we like them or not. Today's video is all about the best of the best in my collection. I wrote out 10 questions, then I had to choose which ones answered those questions. So I'm going to read off of my computer and we're going to talk about the ones that I chose. If you're interested to see, let's jump right into the video. The first question is, what is the best floral fragrance in your collection? I immediately started thinking about Pivon Sous Jus from Armani Privé. I thought about Rose Era from Sniff. That's too new for me to say. That's just a real bold statement to make about something I haven't even worn three times yet, full wears. And Rose Lychee, which I have worn plenty of times. That's from Nest. And every time I wear it, I love it more and more. For me, I wanted the floral fragrance that took me on a journey, that shifted, that had an amazing use of notes. And that just, again, what it was in the opening, it wasn't in the mid and it wasn't in the dry down. Okay. So this is going to tick some people off because people love to hate this house. I don't care. From Viva La Juicy Juicy Couture, this is Petals Please. And it's beautiful. It's green. It's clean. It's watery. I love a Lily of the Valley note. I love it. I love a rose water note. I love somebody coming to me utilizing rose, which I do love, which y'all know I didn't used to love, but I do love, and giving me something different from rose petals or something older and outdated. I just wanted to, or something jammy. I just wanted a different way to experience rose. There's also a beautiful sweetness in this. You got some vanilla, some caramel, and there's salt in here too, but it doesn't pull to me like the salt from an Olympia. And I'm not even sure if I pick it up all the time, but there is also jasmine in here. And this jasmine kind of turns soapy to me. You guys know I don't like soapy fragrances, but this works. Somehow this just smells like the best bar of soap. You've rinsed your body clean. It's perfect for spring and summer. Super perfect for spring and summer. High heat, all that goodness. And it's almost like they took the petals and then they put them in a little bit of sugar water. So it's not sugary sweet, but that sugar water blends with the beautiful petals of the florals and just enhances them and works with them. This is good. This is great. And so again, that's Petals Please from the house of Viva La Juicy Couture. Question number 2 is, what is the best citrus fragrance in your collection? Immediately, I thought of Chance Eau Fraiche, and I really thought that was the one I was going to end up going with. I also thought about Orange Leia from, Guerlain's Aqua Allegoria line. Their Pamplemousse is also amazing, and so is the Eau de Soleil Blanc from Tom Ford. However, I gotta stay true to myself. This one that I chose isn't the kind of citrus fragrance you're thinking about where you're getting a ton of grapefruit or really loud, zesty, in your face type of citrus notes. Instead, this is a sexier version. Still fresh, still uplifting, still one of those mood boosting fragrances to me. However, it's just that combination of orange and bitter orange for me. You give me a mandarin orange or any type of orange note, and you combine it with the bitter orange. There's something that is done. There's a musk in here I absolutely love, and it just is a powerhouse fragrance for the notes that it has. They come together, they blend well, and again, to me, this is one of those you spray it on, you feel like there's a mood boost, you get a smile on your face, you're loving to wear it, and by the time it dries down, you could be out somewhere having drinks. It's a good transition fragrance from day to night. This is from the house of Toka. Her name is Stella. I love Stella so much. She's just my favorite. I don't know if there'll be another citrus fragrance like her for me. I have a lot of scent memories with this fragrance. And so to me, she's just the bee's knees. And I love her so much. I've gone through 2 of the little 0.46 ml, bottles. And then I've gone through a 3.4 fluid ounce too. So This is my girl. You know, she was my introduction to the House of Toka, and you guys know I love the House of Toka. So again, that is Stella from Toka. Question number 3 is, what is the best clean or fresh fragrance in your collection? I only thought of one fragrance because I've been wearing it lately. I had to actually put it in the back and tell myself to chill out for spring and summer. From the house of M. Michelef, we have Pure Extreme. Pure Extreme. It's a musk fragrance. It is clean. It is a powerhouse beast mode, permeating, just ball of freshness. The scent trail, sillage, whatever words we want to use, your scent bubble, all the things that we want in a fragrance, everyone is going to smell you. Okay? This is beautiful. It is one of my favorite. I kind of sort of want to put this in one of my top 10s, along with another fragrance on here too. Neither one of them ever make it to my top 10, but I couldn't tell you why. And I feel like this year, this hot, disgusting, sticky, humid summer made me think, oh yeah, I need to. Because, you know, when I think about my top 10, just to tell y'all the real, I'm always like looking at fall fragrances. It's my favorite season. My favorite fragrances, for the most part, come from that time of year. But she's a beauty. I got to give it to her. Again, from the house of M. Michelef, that is Pure Extreme. Question number 4 is, what is the best fall fragrance in your collection? I'm very biased when it comes to this fragrance because it's a favorite and I love it and I'm obsessed with it. And it's been in my top 10 for like the last 5 years. It's the Nutella or the hazelnut cocoa spread. And the patchouli usage is phenomenal. I thought, and I still feel, like they're hiding the most beautiful vanilla to blend with this patchouli and make this the powerhouse that it is. However, it's not noted, so it is what it is. But this is Angel Muse Eau de Parfum. There is an EDT. I am talking about the EDP. It's beautiful. It's delicious. It's decadent. It's rich. It's sexy to me. And and it's spicy. I think there's pink pepper in here, you know, and of course, patchouli. And I just love her. I love Angel Muse. Why it's been discontinued, I could not tell you. Sometimes these houses, they just make the wrong decision. We get a ton of copycat fragrances, and the ones that you made that stood out are the ones you discontinue. Make it make sense. You can't, but you know I would still love it if you could. However, again, best fall fragrance in my collection to me. And I have a ton of them. I'm just going to stick with what works, because if it isn't broke, don't fix it. Angel Muse from the house of Mon Guerlain, Eau de Parfum formulation. Question number 5 is, what is the best date night fragrance in your collection? There are probably a lot of you at home right now, you just said out loud, because you know what I'm going to say. It's always my favorite date night fragrance. It's also discontinued. I'm sorry, but some of the best are just discontinued. From the house of Kenzo, Kenzo Floral Elixir. This is a massive bottle. It's ridiculous, but I have a backup and another backup. It's like that for me. And when they're gone, I'm going to cry. I don't care. I'm going to cry. But Kenzo Floral Elixir for me is the perfect raspberry vanilla powdery fragrance. It's beautiful. There's some praline in here, so the sweetness is just stunning. It's not that sugary Kool-Aid type of sweetness, but instead like a beautiful, I meant for this to be ultra feminine and sexy type of way. So all day, every day, for the rest of ever that I have her in my collection and that I have the scent memory, I will choose Kenzo Flowers Elixir for my favorite and the best date night fragrance in my collection. Number 6, what is the best summertime fragrance in your collection? Been talking about it all year. You guys are probably saying it with me right now. Let's talk about Ocean de Joie from the house of Giorgio Armani. There are no surprises here. You guys know this is my baby. You want to talk about clean. You want to talk about that super, like, I just washed my hair and my body with like some Garnier Fructis or some herbal essence. It is the perfect amount of like fruity and just watery and just beautiful. This pairs perfectly with Coconilla Kisses from Ombre Bijou. For all of those butterflies out there, you already know our girl Amber. Coconilla Kisses and this are a perfect pairing. The compliments. I just thought, it smelled great to me. I stepped out, baby, and people were like, whoa, what you doing? What you got on? I must have. And so, I had to let them know. Remember, if you're purchasing from Ombre Bijou, I have a 15% off code for you. It's Tera, my name, TERA. For all those people who love to be out here talking about Tara, it's TERA. It's TeraMichelle. I write it all the time. Jesus help the people. Number 7 is, what is the best vanilla fragrance in your collection? Now, I need you guys to understand that I'm talking about the designers, the non-inspiration houses. I just want to say, I'm not talking about Dua Vanillas. They are in a world of their own. I've been trying for 2 months to come up with a top 10 vanillas for Dua, and I quit because I have like 40 vanillas and I refuse to try to order them or say which one is best. I'm just not doing it. I can't, and the stress became too much. So my favorite vanilla, which 4 or 5 years ago was on a lot of people's holy grail list and a lot of people's number one. I didn't get it back then. Took time to play with this, to let it sit. I wore a dupe from Be Layered called Sweet Spirit, which kind of warmed me up to this one because this one used to be way too medicinal for me when I first got it. Like I was pulling up something very resinous or something like benzoin, and like in a huge amount. It turned me off to it, but I kept it because, first of all, it's expensive. I'm glad I did because I don't like the current new packaging that it comes in. However, from the House of Guerlain, from their private arts and materials collection, we're going to be talking about Spiritus Doble Vanille. Look at the color on this. Look at the color on this, y'all. Woo! And then the name is so beautifully written on the side. This is it. This is it. She is perfection in this state. And it just took for me to let her sit for the 4 or 5 years that I've had her. She's perfect. And I absolutely love her. Number 8 is, what is your best scent memory fragrance? It's my favorite fragrance of all time. So we're going to be talking about Mon Guerlain, or the Parfum formulation from the House of Guerlain. There are so many things that I have done wearing this fragrance. I have been to so many events, have so many great conversations, sat around and laughed with people, went to work, went on dates. Some of the best times of my life, I was wearing this fragrance, and consistently for so many years, minus that brief little moment when COVID took my love of her away. I have it back now. She's that girl, and she will always be attached to so many great memories of my life, especially from 2019. Before COVID even happened, oh, I love her. There's not much to say other than I love her. Number 9 is, what is the best fragrance in your collection? I thought about Blanche Bette. I thought about Madeira. I thought about Escapade Gourmand. I thought about La Danza, La Bouleo, Lulu, or whatever the name of that fragrance is. And for all of those, as much as I love them, I remember, how many people get really sick to the smell of Blanche Bette, and I would never want to cause that. And I think with so many people saying it was too lactonic and too milky, I don't know. I know it's my personal thoughts, but this is how I think about things. You can't have too many complaints about you to me and be the best in my collection. I think about a lot of different things. It's almost like a top 10 list or top 5, rappers, dead or alive or something like that. Where people take into account different things when they're doing their list. Some are about lyricism, some are about, impact, some about record sales. So for me, I think about the picture as a whole. I know a lot of people who can't take La Danza either, and from Nobel 1942, and I couldn't either. It smelled like a rancid milk and rotten apple note at first. Now I love it, but it took a while, and I could say the same thing about a lot of people said they can't pick up Escapade Gourmand. They can't smell it. It's too basic for them and it gets lost on them. And then there are other people who, with Madeira, don't like the coconut. That's my favorite coconut fragrance on the planet. I don't like coconut milk. I don't like coconut water. I'm coming to find in most fragrances, it's just not done right. This is that coconut shavings that's on the outside of the cake that I love so much in Madeira. So when I took that as a whole and I thought about what other fragrance do I just absolutely love, and I haven't heard anyone complain about, except for the price, because baby, and it just smells wonderful. And the compliments don't stop. And I myself would love to bathe in it every day. Happily, I thought about Happy Dust from Narcotica. So I am going to say, even though I have so many fragrances I love in my collection, she is the most unproblematic thing I have. And every time I spray her, she is magnificent. It's like this beautiful, sweet, watery, gorgeous, perfect blend. And the notes, look at the notes list on this, bro. For what it smells like, I don't understand. I don't understand, and I don't even care. She's perfection. Question number 10 is, what is the best polarizing or intimidating fragrance in your collection? We're going to jump over to the house of Atelier des Ors, and we're going to talk about Lune Feline. So Lune Feline is the fragrance that has an opening that smells like death and destruction. It really does. It is chaotic. Unless you're wearing it often and you can get used to it and push past that, it can be pretty brutal. And a lot of people have sold it, returned it, threw it away. Like, I've heard some of the most ridiculous horror stories where Shaggoff Oud would have been the fragrance I chose when that was still in my collection. She has stepped in perfectly. I'm telling you, Lune Feline, a beautiful, sexy, spicy, all over the place, catastrophic vanilla fragrance that, if you can get used to it and you can get past the opening and you can make it make sense, is stunning. But I'm not gonna hold you. If you spray it on your skin, to me, it takes almost like 20 minutes to become that deal. It's different and it's difficult again. But when the fall comes or the winter comes, if you continuously wear it, you'll get used to it. However, I cannot say how that's going to work for the people around you. So you may want to spray this on your clothes or on your skin a good 20 to 30 minutes before you have to be where you're going to be. And then all should be well. That is my list, my 10 questions for best of the best in my collection. I would love it if you guys would answer these questions in the comments section, or if you want to make this like a tag thing. I have no idea if there's a best of the best tag out there already. So if there is, I don't care what you guys do. You can name it the Opinionated Sense tag, the TeraMichelle tag, TERA, capital MICHELE, capital T, capital M. Tag, I don't care. Just make sure you tag me in it so I see it. Let me know what you said. Or again, you can meet me in the comments and talk to me about it. Also, come holler at me about these that I talked about. What do you think? What do you think about my Petals Please choice? A lot of you stare at my collection. A lot of you have watched my videos and pretty much know my collection for the most part. So what would you have chosen if not that? I figured a lot of people were going to be upset, but that is still what I smell the most in my room. So beautiful. And I cannot believe that it ends with that soapiness, and I'm okay with it. Who am I becoming? First of all, to even have that question on my list, best floral, like, I don't care. I'm not a floral girl. I got to stop saying it though, because I think I kind of sort of am becoming one, but it has to be done correctly. So as always, if you're still here, please do not forget to click the like button, share your girl across all your social media platforms. Subscribe to my channel, please. And thank you. I love to have you here. And so many of you watch. So I know you like me. And also select the notification bell so that you never miss any of my future uploads. It feels good to be back. And for all of you who are sharing me, and for my top commenters, I can see that stuff now. I can see that. So thank you so much. I love you so much. I appreciate you so much. And thanks for rocking with me for 4 years strong. And how, or 2 days, however long you've been here. Thank you for coming back and watching and supporting. Don't forget to go and check the links in my description box. I do have a link there, an affiliate link, and it helps support my channel to keep me coming back and doing this stuff for you guys. So I appreciate you. As always, I love talking to you in the comments. And until then, bye. Terra Squad, Terra Squad, Terra Squad, Terra Squad.